Welcome to today's Lost Souls, where we bring you the most impactful and unforgettable stories from around the world. Today, we remember the lives of remarkable individuals whose legacies continue to inspire and resonate. From iconic musicians to trailblazing activists, join us as we celebrate their extraordinary contributions and bid farewell to those who have left an indelible mark on our lives. Stay tuned for a journey through their incredible stories.
Gerard Kennedy. Gerard Kennedy, a towering figure of Australian television and film, passed away peacefully at the age of 93. His departure marks the end of an era, as he was one of the few remaining legends who helped shape the early identity of Australian TV drama. Born in Perth, Western Australia, in 1932, Gerard's journey into acting was driven by a passion that was evident from a young age. Early on, he immersed himself in theatre, building a foundation that would later propel him onto the nation's television screens. His love for storytelling and his remarkable ability to bring characters to life made him a natural performer. Yet, no one could have anticipated the lasting impact he would eventually have. Gerard's big break came with the television series Hunter in the late 1960s. Originally cast as a villain, his charismatic portrayal was so powerful that audiences couldn't help but root for him. Producers recognized this rare connection and made the bold decision to transform his character into the series' hero, a testament to Gerard's magnetic screen presence. His work on Hunter won him the Logie Award for Best New Talent and firmly established him as a household name across Australia. However, it was Division 4 that truly cemented Gerard Kennedy's legacy. Playing the tough yet deeply human detective Frank Banner, Gerard captured the struggles and victories of law enforcement with authenticity. His nuanced performance resonated with millions and earned him back-to-back Gold Logie Awards for the most popular personality on Australian television, an honour that highlighted just how beloved he had become. Gerard's career spanned decades, during which he showcased an impressive range. From intense dramas like Tandera and Against the Wind, to guest spots on iconic shows like Prisoner and Neighbours, Gerard proved time and again that his talent knew no limits. Even into his later years, he continued acting, leaving an indelible impression on productions like The Flying Doctors and even appearing in the cult horror sequel Wolf Creek 2 in 2013. Despite his fame, those who knew Gerard personally spoke of his humility, kindness, and dedication to the craft. Younger actors often looked up to him, finding inspiration in both his professionalism and his generous spirit. Gerard never chased stardom, he chased excellence, and in doing so, he became a legend. Beyond the screen, Gerard loved a quiet life, often retreating to his home surrounded by family and close friends. His love for the arts extended beyond acting. He was a mentor, a supporter of emerging talents, and an advocate for Australian storytelling. As the news of his passing spread, tributes poured in from across the country. Fellow actors, directors, and fans alike shared memories of a man whose work had touched their lives. Gerard Kennedy leaves behind not just a body of work, but a spirit of passion, resilience, and authenticity that will inspire generations to come. His name will forever be etched in the history of Australian entertainment. Farewell, Gerard, and thank you for the countless stories, memories, and moments that will live on forever. Johanna Matz. Johanna Matz, the beloved Austrian actress who graced screens with her elegance and heartfelt performances, has passed away at the age of 92. Her death marks the loss of one of Europe's classic film and theatre icons, a woman whose beauty, charm, and talent captured audiences across generations. Born in Vienna, Austria, in 1932, Johanna grew up during a time of great upheaval. But even amidst war and hardship, she found refuge in the arts. As a young girl, she studied ballet with dreams of becoming a professional dancer. Her natural grace and poise made her a standout, and soon, she transitioned from ballet stages to film sets, a move that would define her life's work. Johanna's cinematic breakthrough came in the early 1950s when she starred in films like The Forester's Daughter and The White Horse Inn. Audiences were instantly captivated by her delicate features and soft yet powerful screen presence. She had an uncanny ability to blend vulnerability with strength, making every character she portrayed feel achingly real. In post-war Europe, where hope was in short supply, Johanna's performances offered a tender escape, reminding viewers of the beauty that still existed in the world. Over the decades, Johanna became a fixture in Austrian and German cinema. Her filmography is a treasure trove of romantic dramas, historical epics, and musical comedies, each showcasing her remarkable versatility. Directors admired her not just for her talent but for her professionalism and dedication. She brought a quiet dignity to every role, whether playing a humble country girl or a sophisticated noblewoman. Despite her fame, Johanna remained deeply private, preferring a life away from the spotlight when she wasn't working. She often retreated to the Austrian countryside, where she found peace in nature and spent her time painting and reading. Friends and colleagues remember her as warm, wise, and endlessly gracious, someone who carried herself with the same grace off-screen as she did on it. In her later years, Johanna stepped away from acting but never from the arts. She devoted her time to mentoring young actors, sharing her wisdom and encouraging them to pursue their passions with authenticity and heart. Her legacy is not only in the films she left behind but also in the countless lives she touched with her kindness and encouragement. As tributes pour in from fans and fellow artists, it is clear that Johanna Matz's spirit will endure. She wasn't just a star of her time, she was a timeless beacon of artistry, resilience, and grace. Her performances will continue to enchant audiences, and her gentle soul will be remembered with deep affection for many years to come. Rest in peace, Johanna, your light will never fade. Joe MacLean. Joe MacLean, a longtime public servant and a cherished figure in Nova Scotia's political landscape, has passed away at the age of 79. His departure leaves behind a legacy of resilience, dedication, and unwavering commitment to the community he served for decades. Born and raised in the small town of Port Hawkesbury, Nova Scotia, Joe grew up with a deep sense of community ingrained in him. From a young age, he understood the value of hard work, honesty, and standing up for the people around him. These early lessons shaped not just his character, but his entire life's path. Joe's political journey began when he first entered public service as a town councillor. It didn't take long for people to recognize his sharp mind, quick wit, and, most importantly, his genuine passion for making life better for his neighbors. His political career soon catapulted him into the Nova Scotia legislature, where he became known as a fierce advocate for rural communities, a voice for those who often felt overlooked. Throughout his years in public office, Joe faced both triumphs and controversies. There were moments when his career seemed uncertain, when challenges and setbacks could have easily persuaded him to walk away. But that was not the Joe MacLean people knew. He was a fighter, not just for himself, but for the people who had placed their trust in him. He believed deeply in second chances, redemption, and the enduring power of perseverance. Despite any obstacles, Joe's connection with the people of Port Hawkesbury never wavered. Time and again, they welcomed him back into leadership roles, confident in his ability to lead with heart and experience. Under his guidance, the town saw development, growth, and a renewed sense of community spirit. His passion projects often focused on economic development, infrastructure improvements, and preserving the unique cultural heritage of Nova Scotia. Outside of politics, Joe was a family man who cherished the simple pleasures of life, fishing trips, backyard gatherings, and long conversations with friends old and new. He never lost his approachable nature. Even in the highest political offices, he remained the same Joe who would greet you with a firm handshake and a twinkle in his eye. As tributes flow in from across Nova Scotia, it's clear that Joe MacLean's impact cannot be measured simply by the offices he held or the policies he championed. His true legacy lies in the countless lives he touched, the community he helped build, and the enduring spirit of service he embodied. Joe's story is a reminder that true leadership is not about perfection, but about perseverance, heart, and the willingness to stand by your people through thick and thin. He will be remembered not just as a politician, but as a true son of Nova Scotia, one who gave his all to the land and the people he loved. Rest peacefully, Joe MacLean. Your voice, your heart, and your dedication will not be forgotten. Sophie Nélisse. The world mourns the loss of Sophie Nélisse, the talented Canadian actress who passed away at the young age of 24. Known for her incredible depth, emotional performances, and timeless charm, Sophie captured the hearts of audiences around the world with a grace far beyond her years. Born in Windsor, Ontario, Sophie showed a natural flair for storytelling from a young age. She began her journey in gymnastics but quickly discovered her true passion in acting. Her breakout role came early, with her unforgettable performance in The Book Thief, a role that brought her international acclaim and marked the beginning of what promised to be an extraordinary career. Sophie's ability to connect deeply with her characters made her performances resonate on a human level. She had a rare gift, the power to make viewers not just watch a story unfold but feel every heartbeat, every tear, every triumph along the way. Whether portraying innocence, strength, or raw vulnerability, Sophie made every role her own, leaving an indelible mark with each project she touched. As her career blossomed, Sophie remained grounded, always emphasizing the importance of authenticity both on and off the screen. She often spoke in interviews about her desire to choose roles that mattered, stories that could inspire, heal, and bring people closer together. Her performances in films like Mean Dreams and 47 Meters Down, Uncaged showcased her versatility and fearless spirit, proving that she was destined for greatness in a competitive industry. But beyond her career, those who knew Sophie personally remember her for her kind soul, infectious laughter, and deep compassion for others. She was passionate about mental health awareness, youth empowerment, and advocating for positive change within the film industry. Friends, family, and colleagues often described her as a bright light, someone who made every room warmer just by being there. Despite her young age, Sophie's wisdom was profound. She once said in an interview that she believed success was not measured by fame or awards, but by the ability to stay true to yourself and to spread kindness wherever you go. By that measure, Sophie lived a full, meaningful life, one that touched the lives of countless people across the globe. The sudden loss of Sophie Nélisse feels almost surreal. It's hard to imagine that such a vibrant soul has been taken so soon. Yet, in her short time with us, she left behind a legacy of beauty, bravery, and boundless heart. Her performances will continue to inspire generations, and her spirit will forever echo through the art she created and the lives she touched. Rest in peace, Sophie. Your story may have ended too soon, but the impact you've made will live on forever. Lynn Ban. The fashion world is reeling from the heartbreaking news that Lynn Ban, the celebrated jewelry designer and stylist to the stars, has passed away at the age of 50. Known for her bold creativity, daring designs, and an eye for redefining glamour, Lynn left a shimmering legacy that will forever influence the world of fashion and art. Born in Singapore and raised in New York City, Lynn's journey into the world of high fashion was almost inevitable. Coming from a family deeply rooted in luxury and business, Lynn blended her entrepreneurial spirit with an undeniable artistic vision. She studied art history and literature, but it was her intuitive sense of style that truly set her apart. Lynn was not just creating jewelry, she was crafting statements, emotions, and experiences that celebrities and fashion lovers across the globe embraced wholeheartedly. Launching her own jewelry line in 2011, Lynn quickly made waves with her futuristic, edgy designs that blurred the lines between art, fashion, and rebellion. Her pieces became synonymous with power and self-expression, worn by some of the biggest names in the industry, from Rihanna and Madonna to Beyoncé and Taylor Swift. Lynn didn't just design accessories, she gave people armor, beautiful, shining armor to face the world with confidence. Despite her enormous success, Lynn remained remarkably humble and deeply passionate about her work. She was often seen behind the scenes at major fashion events, laughing with models, artists, and collaborators, radiating a warmth and authenticity that drew people to her. Her friends often said Lynn had a magnetic soul, a rare blend of strength, gentleness, and boundless creativity. Lynn's designs reflected her own philosophy of life, fearless, vibrant, and unapologetically bold. She believed jewelry wasn't just about beauty, it was about storytelling, about capturing a moment, a feeling, a part of someone's soul and a piece that could be worn forever. Through every intricate detail, every dramatic silhouette, Lynn told stories of empowerment, freedom, and individuality. Beyond her design work, Lynn was a devoted wife and mother, and she often credited her family as the real source of her inspiration and strength. In interviews, she spoke passionately about balancing work, family, and creativity, proving that true success was about living fully and loving fiercely. The world has lost a true visionary with Lynn Ban's passing. Yet her legacy continues to shine brightly, inspiring new generations to be fearless in their self-expression and to embrace beauty in all its bold, breathtaking forms. She may have left this world, but her spirit, her art, and her message of empowerment will live on forever. Rest in peace, Lynn. You will never be forgotten. Dominique McShane. The world of journalism and storytelling is in deep mourning as Dominique McShane, the brilliant reporter and passionate advocate for truth, has sadly passed away at the young age of 42. Her untimely departure has left a void in the hearts of all who admired her fearless spirit, her dedication to justice, and her unwavering belief in the power of words to change the world. Dominique was born and raised in Boston, Massachusetts. From a very young age, it was clear that she had an extraordinary gift for storytelling. Whether it was through the school newspaper or debates in class, Dominique's voice always stood out, strong, thoughtful, and determined. She believed in giving a voice to the voiceless and shining a light on the stories that often went untold. After earning her degree in journalism, Dominique threw herself into her career with unmatched energy. She quickly rose through the ranks, working for some of the most respected news organizations in the country. Her work took her across the globe, from war zones to disaster areas, from political rallies to quiet, forgotten towns where no one else bothered to look. Wherever there was a story that needed telling, Dominique was there, notebook in hand, ready to listen. Her reporting style was fearless but deeply compassionate. Dominique wasn't interested in chasing headlines for fame or glory. She wanted to uncover the truth, no matter how uncomfortable or difficult it might be. Her stories gave dignity to the struggling, hope to the unheard, and accountability to those in power. Time and time again, her investigations led to real change, policies reformed, lives saved, wrongs made right. Despite the often dangerous and emotionally heavy work she undertook, Dominique remained grounded and full of life. Friends describe her as someone who could make a crowded newsroom burst into laughter with just one witty remark. She had a warm, infectious smile, a relentless curiosity, and an unshakable optimism that somehow never faded, even when faced with humanity's darkest moments. Outside of her professional life, Dominique was a devoted daughter, sister, and friend. She loved poetry, old jazz records, quiet mornings with a cup of coffee, and long road trips just to see where the road would take her. She believed that life, like journalism, was about exploration, about never settling for easy answers. Dominique McShane's passing is not just the loss of a talented journalist, it is the loss of a beacon of hope and integrity in a world that desperately needs both. Her legacy will live on in every story she told, every injustice she fought against, and every young reporter she inspired to pick up a pen and tell the truth, no matter what. Rest easy, Dominique. Your voice will echo forever.